Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah.
Now this is a lot of wine. You are not gonna wanna miss this video. Look at all this wine. I can't wait to show you this video. We got pineapple chipotle that's in our book, and Laura's got something special at the very end. Let's just get right into this video and I'm show you what we're gonna do.
You just move, baby. Move any way you need. How do you do it, darling? Got me on my knees.
Do you see how clear this wine is? This is the pineapple, and this beautiful orange color is that chipotle pineapple that we did the recipe out of the book. All right, welcome back to the channel. Make sure you're liking and subscribing and follow us on Instagram along for the journey. You probably would have already seen Laura's special that she wanted to do at the end of this video. I wanted to show you the chipotle wine when it was finished and our pineapple. Again, we got many videos on making pineapple wine. It's won first place in a couple of competitions. I might have to put the chipotle in because this is incredible. I don't know. Can you see the color of that? I don't know if you can see the close up there. It is a beautiful reddish orange color. Now, I'm just gonna fly through this pineapple wine because I have many different videos on how to make pineapple wine, how to finish it. So I wanna fast forward this part, get this bottled, racked, bottled, back sweetened, and then I'll slow it down a little bit when we do the chipotle wine. So let's just fast forward and get this pineapple wine bottled and done. Let's go, Todd. And tip of the day, sanitize everything in this hobby if you don't want to fail. Now, was that fast enough? I didn't want to go into detail on the pineapple because I've done it many times. Today is about this one down here, the pineapple chipotle. This pineapple wine looks incredible. 14 bottles out of that batch, that 3-gallon batch. But now, I'm gonna slow it down a little bit for this half, the chipotle pineapple, because it has got to be on your list. If you remember, I did a high ABV wine and showed you how to make something with, 16 to 20% ABV. Make sure you're watching that video. I'll put a link to it in the description, but I wanted to show you the completion of this because who cares if you don't show the completion of this? And I'm telling you, you've heard me say this, I think just about on every batch of wine. This wine is over the top. The chipotle, again, it's in our book, the recipe's in there. And if you want to follow through the video, you can get it through that as well. But I highly recommend you get the book because it's got all our recipes in. And I'm proud of this book. There we are, right on the back. It's called Fermenting Flavors, Crafting Award-Winning Wine. And all our wine supplies, make sure you're checking out our Amazon store because everything you see in our videos, we got easy links. It's a one-stop shop in our Amazon store. Let's get some sugar on the stove because remember, always back sweeten to bring out that fruit flavor. Now for sugar, we're gonna back sweeten this wine. We want 1 cup per gallon. We're not gonna use all this, but I like to have extra in case I do. 3-gallon batch, 3 cups. Add your sugar to a stock pot and we're gonna add equal amounts of water. And there's our 3 cups of water. We're gonna put this on medium heat and constantly stir this until it's crystal clear. So there you go. I hope you can see that's what you're looking for. You want clarity just like that, like it's just water, but it's a simple syrup. That's what we're gonna use to back sweeten our wine. Turn your heat off. Don't boil this. You don't want to burn your sugar. Always sanitize with Star San. I love this stuff. Just makes your job easier and makes your wine safer. Sanitize everything inside and out. Use a cup to get your hoses, and we're going to do our bottles as well. We got to sanitize our bottles, and don't forget your corks. You need about 5 per gallon of wine, depending on how much sweetener, maybe 4, but I'm gonna put in 15 corks in here, and that will be plenty. And then you put your sanitize your corks. It's gonna make your job easier getting all the corks in your wine bottles. All right, here's my famous bottle drying rack, bottle sanitizer. You've seen me do reviews on this thing. I love it. It was well worth every penny, and it's not expensive in our Amazon store. Put the lid on, and all you do is get some sanitizer in your cup here, and we're gonna put the bottles and sanitize. Again, I got 15 of these bottles as well. There we go. Just squirts of jet. Now, if you have dirtier bottles, you may need to use a brush, but I like to clean mine every time I'm done with a bottle of wine. I will wash them. So I put them away clean. Let's just do all these. So now we got our simple syrup cooling down on the stove. We got our sanitized bottles. Remember, this recipe is in our new book, Pineapple Chipotle Wine. But this part of the process, the back sweetening, we only need 2 different things. You need Camden tablets or sodium metabisulfate, which I've been trying to use up. It lasts a long time. And you need stabilizer, potassium sorbate, because if you're back sweetening it, you need this so your corks don't blow and fermentation kicks back up. If you're just making a dry wine and you know all your sugar's been converted, you might not need this, but you gotta sanitize your wine to make it safe. Sodium metabisulfate is just like Camden tablets. If you were using Camden tablets, you would put 1 in per gallon. 3-gallon batch, 3 of them. For this, you only need about 1/8 of a teaspoon. So that's it. That's all you need for this. Safe wine. Don't skip it. I know everybody wants to skip the additives. Don't do it. Now the potassium sorbate, we only need 1/2 a teaspoon per gallon. 3-gallon batch, 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Now we could just rack our wine right in on top of this. All right, got my bucket on the ground here with my additives. I gotta get this airlock off. I can't wait to smell this. You just smell the smokiness of this. It's gonna be fantastic. And I'm gonna put the hose down in my bucket like this. There we go, now it's gone. One thing you wanna make sure is keep your racking cane away from the bottom. As we get there closer, I'll give you a close-up. We're gonna slowly tilt that. Remember, that's bentonite on the bottom. We don't wanna get that into our finished product. Get clear wine. I got all kinds of videos on how to clear wine, and I'm not gonna get into too much detail of racking, but you wanna rack a couple times. Your final racking will be with this bentonite product. Now I'm slowly working this tip down a little bit closer to that bentonite. And I'm gonna slowly, until I see movement from that, I will slowly tilt this. And I'm getting to that point right now. Don't get any of this in. Waste is okay in this stage. And that's it. I'm not getting any more in there. That's it. I'm done. So there you go. You see all that gunk we got out, the bentonite and the sediment and all the fine particles. That's what we want. Don't get it in your wine. Now, you remember we got those additives in the bottom here. We want to stir those in a little bit. Notice I covered this right away because, again, oxygen is your enemy in this stage. You want to keep out as much oxygen as you can. Ever so gently stir these additives a little bit. We're going to be stirring this as we add our sweetener. I can't even describe the smell of this wine. The pineapple, I can't wait for Laura to taste this one. She's got something special she wants to show you with this. I told you in the beginning. All right, there we go. Now's the fun part. We're gonna add a little bit of sweetener at a time. Remember that simple syrup we made? Right here it is. Remember, this is gonna be very spicy, high in ABV. This is a sipping wine, 16 to 18% ABV. So we may sweeten this up a little more than I would like because I wanna break that alcohol taste down in a little bit. So there you go. I'm just gonna put that much in. I'm gonna stir it and taste it. The best part of this hobby is right now. if you don't want to add sweetener, you don't have to. I highly recommend you add a little bit because it brings out your fruit flavor. But if you want to bottle a couple dry, maybe add some sweetener, a semi-sweet, and same thing for sweet. You do it the way you want. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I can tell you it's spicy. If you like spicy things, you're going to love this recipe. To be honest, I'm not sure it needs much sweetener, but I'm going to put a little more in because I know how Laura likes it. I think that's it. I'm stopping. That's it. I'm ready to bottle this. All right, we got our siphon going down into our bottles. Do you see the color of this stuff? It is going to be incredible. And I can't wait till it ages and see what it tastes like. We're just gonna fill these up. You noticed also that I'm using different color bottles. I saved them, I have friends save them. Imagine, I got a lot of videos and I got a lot of bottle of wines. Remember this corker here, I got a whole video on how to use it, the quality of it. I think it was in my last video I did. Make sure you're watching that and checking out our Amazon store if you want to get one, because I highly recommend, if you're going to stay in this hobby, to get one of these professional corkers. Now, you're not done yet. You want to sanitize all your bottles, and you want to also make sure you're putting them in a bin on their side like this, so you can make sure there's no leakage. But make sure you're sanitizing everything in this hobby, including your finished product. It is a necessity to look like a professional. Yeah, there, look at the color. Can you see that? That yellow is yellow pineapple, and this, where's my Chipotle? And this Chipotle is like a orange red. Beautiful colors. And you know what? A lot of people say, where do I get my labels? Again, these are on my Amazon store. I can't say enough about them because I've put these things through the washer and they still look brand new. And what I do is, name your wine, whatever you want to call it. But then I'll put special paper tags again in my Amazon store to tell me what every bottle it is when I put them into the wine rack. What are you making, honey?
Well, you just bottled the pineapple chipotle wine. So we are going to replicate the pineapple chipotle martini that I get on the Carnival cruise.
Awesome.
Okay, we have a couple of sprigs of mint. So what we're gonna do is we're going to put that in our cup, and we're gonna add a ½ ounce of the simple syrup, which is gonna make it easier to muddle. It'll break up the juices, release the flavor in that mint. So we'll do that. Let's get this going.
Man, I smell that mint already. Open
I know,
that
it smells
beautiful
good.
bottle of wine that we just bottled. Yeah. She always has problems with
Hi,
it.
you're gonna measure out 1½ ounces of your pineapple juice. Make sure you shake this up well before you put
can
it in
add
here.
extra pineapple for me.
Can add extra wine for me.
And you can also add extra simple syrup if you want it a little bit sweeter. So, go out on a limb and do your own version.
Whew, I can smell this. We'll do a little bit of an over pour. Okay, you wanna add some ice. That's gonna be key.
Shake it, honey.
It gets so cold.
Now you just strain it out, right?
Yes.
That's
I can smell it.
beautiful color, hon.
Yep.
I love your recipe. Almost to the top. Perfect.
Little bit of mint. Perfect.
And that's it.
Now my favorite part. It's beautiful. I almost don't want to mess it up, but I'm going to taste it.
And she's going to put this recipe on Instagram. You would have already probably seen that by now. How is that?
Oh my goodness. So good. Ah, yeah. I love the spicy chipotle. Come here. You taste.
Certainly is beautiful, isn't it? Oh, that is perfect.
It's awesome.
That is perfect.
He drank a lot.
Again, the recipe for the this chipotle, pineapple chipotle wine is in our book.
Yes.
You want to know how to make that. Now, one thing I did want to say, you can substitute for this. If you don't have this wine or you don't want to make it, you can put 2 ounces of vodka. And I have a link down in our store for pineapple chipotle syrup by Monin. You can get that on our Amazon store. And you would put 2 ounces of vodka and 1 ounce of the Monin to substitute if you don't have this. This is what I mean after you sanitize and clean them. Put them in a bin like this, sideways, so you can find out if you're gonna have any leaks in your bottles or not. So you wanna leave them in here for, you know, I would leave them like at least for 10 days. That should be sufficient before you put them on your wine rack.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.
And
Check us out on Instagram, HowToDoneRight.
she got it right. And that's a wrap. I hope you liked this video. I hope you like Laura's special recipe, and follow us on along for the journey, because we do all kinds of crazy stuff on there. Watch Laura get attacked by the birds. Coming soon.